so many like truth bombs that people are just dropping in the middle of these remixes, and that's what I'm here for, man. That's the whole point. Like, why are we here if it's not for the truth bombs? So next up is going to be Burden. I heard Burden was dropping Oliver Anthony, Richmond, north of Richmond, remix. So I'd listened to some Burden stuff. He'd commented on my stuff before. I really liked his work. So make sure you guys go show some love to him. I will pin in the description his original video and where you can find him. But we got to check out his version of this song. Okay, this is Burden and Stephen James, Richmond, north of Richmond remix. So let's check this out, man. Jeff Phelps says, I believe 2024 may be one huge tactical truth bomb. Just saying. Oh yeah, 2023 into 2024. Like, it's going to be lit, guys. That's where everything's breaking down, blowing up, going crazy. And it's like the genie's out of the bottle. You got people who are completely apolitical, non-political, centrists, whatever, and they are like so jacked up, jazzed up, juiced up on what's going on. They want to talk about it. And the content creator economy has exploded. You think people care about CNN? Their numbers are trash. They lost Trump. They lost everything. That's what happened. When that dude went out of office, all of the buzz of these like programmed lefty drones that were watching the news to get angry at Trump, that disappeared. And then there was no one. Now it's just like doctors' offices and airports that watch that shit. So your average gamer YouTuber medium to large channel gets more views than primetime news. They have lost the narrative. And I know some people totally hate Elon Musk, and that's totally fine. I'm happy for you to hate whoever you want to hate. But in its current state, at least, there's been a lot more truth bombs dropped on Twitter X than what would have been had the previous intelligence community been in charge of it. So I'm grateful for that. Let's get into this.
It's a damn shame what the world's gone to from people like me and people like you.
Oh man, so it's gonna be a combination of the strung out zombies and like homeless vets probably in this, and that is a damn shame.
World's gone to from people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Hey, yeah, I know it's a shame. You smiling, holding the pain. You working, they holding your pay. It's a fact, it's a tax that make it so you can't relax. And you broke at the end of the day. It's always the same. They send it all to Ukraine while children that long to be saved. Look what
Dude. Okay, good production value. Good production value. You guys are bringing the receipts already, so I love that. And you got them. You got the border. The U.S. consumes the most child inappropriate content in the world. Like, it's not even close. And that open border that Biden has created is completely facilitating that market. It's no question. And the people down there, like, they're trying their best, but they're in a broken system, and the top dog broke it. Okay, no question. That dude's and so he said they're sending it all to Ukraine. We got the homeless people in the street. We got the open border. We got these kids being trafficked. And then now we got the Hawaii thing. And people are like, dude, this is more than misappropriation of funds. This is more than like a box of something getting dropped off the truck and like no one finds it. This is like you're sending the whole truck to Biden's house and to his buddies while all these people are struggling, freezing, dying, and having God knows what happened to them. It's unbelievable.
At the end of the day, it's always the same. They send it all to Ukraine while children that long to be saved. Look what they doing. Our country is soon to be ruined. They screwing the home of the brave. Who do we blame? The news won't take it as truth. Delusional fools do remain. Got the principles of a Christian who, you know, can never be used for their games. We're used to the games.
There you go. There you go. Big D. He just got out of D block in Fulton County here. And just so you know, there's a mural over in Fulton County. People drawing portraits of him, getting tattoos of that mugshot. Like, people are taking that as a battle cry right now. And he raised the most money he'd ever raised in the 24 hours following that mugshot. And he probably got it like $5, $10, $20, and $100 at a time, because the average person is pissed off about the way everything is right now.
Got the principles of a Christian who, you know, can never be used for their gains. We're used to the games. It's time to wake up America. Here to remove the restraints. They got us in chains. Better keep God close and be united again for a change.
Oh, it's a damn shame what the world's gone to from people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Lord, it's a damn shame.
Dude, it's so bad people just walk by. They just, like, ignore the zombies and just walk through. And I know people that have lived in those areas and been in those places, and they're, like, always on edge, worried and wondering if they're going to get, like, robbed and stuff. And the indiscriminate violent acts that are happening, people just, like, walking by and capping somebody, and they keep walking. And the other people just kind of, like, tunnel vision and mind their business, act like they didn't see it. That's a broken area. The morality is gone. And it's just terrible. It's super terrible. And that's where, honestly, it's all the big cities are not good. But the big blue cities and big blue states are, like, it's literal zombie apocalypse there, man. You have people that are strung out, like, on fentanyl and crack, and they are out there. And they're just wandering around feral, taking shits in the street, dude. It is wild, and you don't want to be around that. You got to get out of there. If you're around there, you got to get out of there. It's not going to get better. Those are going to be the last places to get better, and it's going to get really bad first. I'm telling you, I'm promising you. It's not a good thing, but it's the truth.
What it is, oh it is. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gone to from people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is, oh it is.
Yeah, you know what I hate? The way veterans don't get a break after putting their life on the line. They come back to the States and depression is racing. Need help so they won't contemplate suicide. Addiction rates higher than ever. People.
Dude, like, could you imagine if you forfeit a chunk of your youth, like your best years, and then you're all jacked up, you got permanent medical issues, and then you can't catch a break? Like, I'm a totally able-bodied person, and I'm having trouble catching a break. You know, it's just like the nature of what's going on in the world. But there's people that, like, literally put foot to ass for their country, and they have scars to prove it, and they can't catch a break. There's no gratitude. There's no respect. And you just, like, you see, it's like homelessness, drug overdose, and suicide with people in this community. And it's unbelievable. It's so sad.
The States and depression is racing. Need help so they won't contemplate suicide. Addiction rates higher than ever. People ashamed for just trying to get better. Alcoholism been calling in victims. This sickness will leave our relationships severed. No, this ain't no joke. On social media, why is everything woke? Wanted Biden, but now they're regretting their votes. Bet you agree Trump was better than most. I just pray that we never surrender our hope.
Yeah, that's good. He's like, hey, they went woke. They voted for Biden. Most of them. Some of them. Hopefully most of them. But definitely some of them are like, oh, I messed up. Oh, I messed up. Like, I thought I voted for Grandpa Joe, the nice guy, so I could be lulled back to sleep and just, you know, like, go on with life, and he would take care of everything. And it's like, no, you voted for the deep state. You voted for the shadow government. You voted for the Illuminati. You voted for literally the men in black suits that actually run shit that Trump disrupted for a period of time. And he really hooked us up in that period of time, despite getting his ass chewed out 6 ways from Sunday the entire way through. Every single aspect of our institutions went after one person. And he took that shit. And now I'm here for the revenge arc. I'm here for the Return of the Jedi, you know? Like, we're in the Empire Strikes Back phase right now, because we had the New Hope when he popped in, started undoing Barack's 8 years of freaking silent destruction of everything. And then We had the New Hope. He did his thing. Now we are in the Empire Strikes Back. And right now, the way I feel, I'm like inside of the damn like camel thing in Hoth.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Half frozen. Just in the guts, trying to keep warm. That's the type of shitty that this is right now. Okay? So that's what we're trying to get through. But I'm here for the Return of the Jedi. You just... That's coming. It's coming. Redemption arc. Revenge arc. That's what we're here for, guys. Channel's going for that. We're gonna love every second of it.
Now they're regretting they votes. Bet you agree Trump was better than most. I just pray that we never surrender our hope. Innocent folks been paying the price. Can't afford groceries and keeping on lights. Paying more for less and no, none of it's right. It's time to stand up together and fight.
Damn shame what the world's gone to from people like me and people like you.
Yeah, when I lived in Rochester, New York, I remember walking up the street from the house to the playground, and you would just see needles and condoms and shit just on the street. It was nasty, but never in that quantity. Never seen that many in that small of a space. That was pretty crazy. But yeah, you didn't wear open-toed shoes, or you should just wear thick boots, honestly. But you got to watch where you're walking because there's just like used needles everywhere. If ghetto's not the best place.
The world's gone to from people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gone to.
I saw the damn gender-neutral bathroom in the like Disney spin-off of one of their shows. Just so you know, if your kids watch Disney stuff, which the old classic Disney stuff was good, okay? I grew up on it. I'm fine. A lot of my anti-establishment views come from Disney movies, okay? Like Bug's Life. Look at A Bug's Life. The whole arc of that shit with Flick standing up to Hopper.
We're a lot stronger than you say we are. And you know it, don't you?
That's gold right there, dude. Gold. Point is, they have these remakes and spin-offs and little shows, and they put their little like 25-year-old woke directors in charge of those, and they sneak in all this weird shit. So they had a spin-off show, and they had like the trans person in the like buying tampons, basically. You don't have the gear for tampons. You can't. But that's in the Disney show. And then there's the gender neutral bathroom. And I'm like, this is for kids. This is bullshit. We're not doing this. So yeah, he had to throw a little jab in there, and I'm with it. That started poisoning our kids, and we gotta stop it. Cold stop, like non-negotiable.
Wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gone to from people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it.
Yep. And the asylum, they're overcrowding. They sent those buses and planes full of migrants to the sanctuary city. And you know what? Screw them. I'm sorry, not the migrants. I'm talking about New York City. Screw them, because Trump closed down the border, and then they said he's a racist, he's a horrible person, and then they created a sanctuary city. So anyone who comes through, you're welcome here, and we'll take care of you because we're not evil racist people that close the border. Yeah, okay. Nice virtue signal. So then when Biden opened the border, they're like, hey, you want to be virtue signaling assholes? Great. Now you can take them. So they sent them all up there. And now they're all butthurt that they actually have to deal with what they said they wanted to do. It's like, oh, they're on your doorstep now. It's not just Arizona and Texas and New Mexico and all these places getting screwed over. Now that it's, Martha's Vineyard, and now that it's, up in D.C., like over at Biden's house, at Kamala's house, and then in New York City, and they're all like, oh, these Republicans are being horrible and evil and exploiting these people for politics. It's like, no, you invited these people for politics, and now you get to reap what you sow. So enjoy that. Your full 5-star hotels that now can't make any money because you're you're taking in ungodly amounts of people that should not have been invited to the border. Come legally. You can do that.
Like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
I thought that was really good. I don't know about you guys, but that was a proper remix. That was just a remake. I mean, they just remade the song. I really like Black, if you haven't noticed. So I was really jazzed up about his guitar. That was a sweet guitar. And they just did a good job, man. I liked every part of it. I'm big on the whole post-production and editing and stuff. So for them to bring in all of those receipts, all that news footage and all that. I know sometimes they can like demonetize your video if you use too much of a like a news clip or something, but that's just bull, man. If it's news, it's supposed to be shared and for everyone. So I don't get that. That's also why the whole Fox GOP debate, they were like, you can only use 3 minutes maximum of footage of this in like any of your shows or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's why X, where they posted Trump's entire debate and let anyone use it. I live streamed it here. That video is up. The whole video of me watching, commenting, and reacting to that. It's monetized. They let us do the whole thing, share it on our platforms, and let us keep the money for it. So that's called encouraging people to promote your stuff. Maybe Fox should look into that, because you got Oliver Anthony, who also lets you get paid to use his stuff and promote his stuff. And everyone figured that out. And guess what? He blew up in like 9 days. Because every small, medium, and large content creator out there made content around his stuff, engaging content that added value to his content, and they got paid to do that. And then he skyrocketed to the top of the charts and got paid and recognition, Rogan interview, all this stuff. It's a symbiotic relationship. If you're an artist, I'm just telling you right now, if you allow content creators to share your stuff and get paid, and I understand there's a difference between straight copyright, where they just like play a whole thing through on like a picture of the sun or some shit, and then they just steal your content. I get it. But if someone actually adds any content to your stuff and promotes it to their thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, that's money for you, bro. And are you paying them to do it? No, you're not paying them to make it, and you're not paying them the ad revenue. Someone else is paying them. You know how good of a marketing strategy that is for somebody who's an independent artist? Ask Tom McDonald how good of a marketing strategy that is. Okay? I'm just telling you. Like, you can be stingy. You can be like, oh no, I'll copyright strike you. It's like, well, there's a lot of requests out here. If I take the ones that pay me, people want them anyway, and then they pay me. And then there's people that don't pay you. You just get lower priority. Everyone got top priority for Oliver Anthony because it's like, it's engaging, people want to see it, and he lets us use his content. I'm not saying anyone has to do it. You run your business the way you want to run it. You do it. I'm just telling you, Oliver Anthony, without even trying, just chilling in the woods, followed the Tom McDonald method to the top of the charts. He just did. He did it. That's what happened. And then Mark, I saw you talk about Mitch McConnell having a glitch. Yeah, that was more than a glitch. Dude powered down and power cycled. Straight up restarted the engine, man. So yeah, the ancient relics that are cognitively destroyed need not be still in. You gotta go, man. You got to go. Now, were there any more of those songs? From Christy Brown, Freedom to Think, Speak, and Wear Gorilla Suits. Thanks for all you do, Jeff. I appreciate that. The gorilla suits. I'm gonna share with you guys. I did a family picture a long time ago, and it was gonna be out in the woods. So I was like, oh, so I could bring the gorilla suit for some Bigfoot action. And so I got a professional photographer to come take pictures of us. And it's like my beautiful family huddled. And then me in the background in the gorilla suit, like just walking in the woods like Bigfoot. That exists.